Hi, fire signs. Welcome to your private reading, your Taroscope for the month of March 2022. We're going to start off with an element reading, okay, for all of the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising. Okay, if you want the best results, pick your sun, moon, and rising sign. Watch your Taroscope for all three. Okay. And let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with the elements reading for all of you guys, and then you can move to the timestamps in the description box and also in the comments in order to choose your individual sign to get a more personalized message. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with pulling an element card. This is going to be the overall energy for all of the fire signs for the month of March. Okay, so let's see what we get here. Oh, we got mystery, dark matter, and it's a number 38. That's a number 11. All right, so with the number 11 here, I think you're going through something very, very karmic, fire signs. That's what I'm getting here. Okay, so don't worry. It doesn't have to be a scary thing, but I feel like you're going through karma. The month of March, you're tying up karmic patterns, karmic cycles, and I'm just feeling like this spiritual transformation taking place for you and month, and I feel like it's a big deal. Okay, so let's see what else this says here. Okay, so fire signs, the world still has mystery, and this is a fine thing. Just because you cannot see it doesn't mean it is not there. You do not have to know the details of everything. Some things are better not revealed at this time, so just have faith. Okay, so I think that you might be looking for answers right now, and this is almost like a very destructive quest for answers and for truth. Okay, so there's something here to where not necessarily finding out those answers or that truth, but just the quest feels very dangerous. The journey trying to find those answers feels a little bit dangerous. So imagine an elemental force that makes up possibly 85% of the universe that you can't see and remains elusive, but you know that it's there. Imagine this elemental matter is called dark because it's hard to perceive and it doesn't interact with electromagnetic radiation such as light. So it's virtually undetectable. And yes, it is mysterious. So one thing I'm getting here is that also a lot of you, if you're a fire sign, moon, might be getting the message and getting that message clarified that you actually are not a light worker. So this is just for some of you, right? That is in the spiritual community, working in the spiritual community. You might be getting the message that you are not simply just a light worker, that term doesn't necessarily fit you, and that your gifts kind of fit another area. For instance, you might be a dark worker. You might be a shadow worker, which is very different from a light worker. And I can tell you, I've never called myself a light worker. I've always called myself an energy worker. And the reason why, and I do work with light energy sometimes, but it's not necessarily my path. It's not what spirit wants me to do, right? And I feel this for your guys' energy. For some of you, you're finding out you're meant to work with shadow work. You're meant to work with dark energy. And basically, I've heard a lot of explanations on what a shadow worker is. And I could say that most of what I've heard is absolutely not accurate. Okay, is absolutely kind of ridiculous, like, and totally misleading, misunderstood. Okay, because what a dark worker is, or what a shadow worker is someone who has been through the darkness, the shadow work. So you might have experienced a lot of dark energy, like growing up or around you, or an extreme amount of adversity, or just certain very like heavy issues and energy in your life, because you were meant to learn how to pull yourself up out of the trenches, out of the darkness, so that you can help others do the same thing. And so a dark worker will recognize the shadow in another. They can read it very well, very well, very easily. And, it might hit you out of nowhere. Okay, you're meant to help people heal, help others get through that darkness. And in order to know what others are going through, in that darkness, you had to experience it yourself. You have firsthand experience pulling yourself up out of this dark energy, right? And to where, as a light worker, I think focuses on only the positivity, only the good. And essentially, for a light worker, what a light worker is someone who really kind of guides or keeps other light workers in the light, or guides those who are already in the light, guides those on how to stay in that light, right? That's not exactly what they do. They do so much more. I'm not discounting anything that any light workers do. They are so necessary. They are so needed and beloved in this world. But this is just using it as a comparison. A dark worker, whereas a light worker is shedding light on those dark parts that need healed. They try to heal them with shedding light on it. A dark worker will go into that darkness, right? Will go into that darkness and kind of shed the darkness away and bring the light out of the darkness. Okay, so that's more so what a dark worker does. And sometimes people can be very intimidated by you, especially if someone is in a very low vibration or dark energy, can be very intimidated by a dark worker, because a dark worker has a tendency to see that in another person. They see that shadow, they see and recognize it, and so it can make the other person who is wrapped in all that shadow energy really be repelled by dark workers. Just it can make them attack them. Okay, it just really makes them not like them to a certain extent. And this can even be true with like light workers and dark workers. Like some light workers might be completely repelled by dark workers because they might have some shadow energy or shadow side that they don't want others to see, right? So they attack the dark workers. They might even act like the dark does not exist, which some people refer to as toxic positivity, right? And I think that spirit has a tendency to where if you are someone on this planet who is a dark worker, who goes into that shadow work and pulls out light, pulls forth light, right? It's true. It really is like true spiritual battle work. Okay. It is not for the lighthearted at all. You're like the special ops or like the Navy SEALs of spiritual warriors, right? We got the light workers and the dark workers. So that's what I'm seeing here. But with this card here as well, I think Spirit does have a tendency to hold back on that type of energy and information sometimes in revealing it, because it is very heavy and it is so misunderstood. And I think that because it's so misunderstood, it can be put down or shunned. And that could be very, very hard for someone just getting into the spiritual community and recognizing their gifts and trying to work with them. It can be very hard to be open while being dismissed and shunned and judged in that way. Okay, being told you're of the dark, you are not of the light. That type of energy when a dark worker does the dirty work, it's like, and bringing the light out, okay? Because they have to get in there. They see the shadow. They recognize the shadow. They recognize all of those dark parts, those dark energies that needs healed, basically. And so they bring light out of those situations instead of reverse. All right? If that makes any sense. I hope that makes sense to you, fire signs. But I think you will understand what I mean. Okay, better than anyone else in the signs besides maybe like Scorpio, right? Because Scorpio, I think, will get this. So for a dark worker, they might feel like their gifts are kind of invisible or undetectable. Yes, they are mysterious. And yes, there is certain information that is hidden from us until certain times. So how do we know such a thing exists if it remains invisible? We have a lot of people in the spiritual community telling us nothing exists except for the light, which we simply do know that's not really true because, look at the ancient symbology of the yin yang. There's equal parts of light and shadow, and that is the way it is. That is the law of balance. That is the way it will always be. And even like the ancient philosophers knew this, they understood this, okay? So the Mass says it's highly probable due to the way the universe behaves. In practice, the term dark matter is often used to mean only the non-baryonic component of dark matter, okay? So again, this is feeling really misunderstood this month, or perhaps even misrepresented, maybe even to yourself. All right. And it's because you're mysterious. Okay. It's because you are going to watch a beautiful mystery unfold. And I feel it's going to be powerful for you, fire signs. We still don't know what dark matter is made up of, although there are many, many theories. Scientists have managed to categorize dark matter by cold, warm, and hot terms that refer to the velocity rather than the temperature. Okay. So very interesting. So dark matter is something that scientists haven't even really, it's based on theory, right? But we know that it's there. And I feel like there's just this energy for you. Like it's like you have this mysterious feeling. You have this theory, something you know, but it's not quite known and it's not quite revealed. This innate knowledge inside of you. Okay. So dark matter is the subject of a huge amount of study because of that reason. For now, we know we have a mysterious force that holds the universe together, which is a fantastic concept and one that invites the idea of the unknowable into the frame. Science doesn't know everything quite yet, and we have air for your element, fire. So listen, you mix fire with air. This is flaring passion, just undying ambition that is just growing and growing, and it's a passion for knowledge. You are seeking truth. You are seeking knowledge. You are seeking who you really are inside, your spiritual gifts, the dark matter inside of you. Shadow work. Okay, this is what you're doing. So I love the energy. I love mysterious energy, you know. Let's go ahead and pull another card here. See what else you have going on for you for March. And again, this is for all the air signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Temple of Dreams, number 36, which is a 369. It talks about vibration. It talks about how everything is connected. It talks about grand mysteries, okay, that are only really known till we go through them. So I feel like something beautiful is unfolding for you, something very, very mysterious. And it does involve you, your dreams, your subconscious, what's hidden inside you, your shadow side, okay? Pay attention to your dreams. You're going to get clues through your dreams. You're thirsting for knowledge. You're seeking for it. Look to your dreams for answers as well. So this is about sacred dreams, prophecies. Okay, this is about spiritual gifts and transformation. All right, so I think you're going to be uncovering some psychic abilities or spiritual gifts that are very rare, just like the dark worker. We see the world filled with light workers, and there's dark workers too, but they tend to work in the shadows. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another card here. And which dark workers don't always come out and say, hey, you guys, I'm a dark worker, because it is so misunderstood. Okay, there has been such a panic and hysteria and mania, really, in the spiritual community, I would say, over the past few years. And this really does stem from a misunderstanding of the energy. It also stems from the community being oversaturated with people who are on a spiritual journey, who are spiritual, but don't necessarily have the experience, the wisdom, or the knowledge to speak about things they're speaking about, or to guide others, right? Like we see, for instance, parts of the spiritual community flooded with teenage gurus. And I know it sounds ridiculous. And, it's just, think back to when you were in your teenage years, in your 20s, you thought you were so wise. You probably said, oh, I'm not like everybody else. I'm so mature for my age. How many times have we, heard that and probably said that ourselves? But it isn't until you reach that age you realize how freaking immature you actually were, right? So there is an oversaturation of theories stated as facts, when the truth is all spirituality is just based on theory, okay? We see an oversaturation of misunderstanding, misleading, and causing conflict and honestly chaos in the spiritual community, because we have teenage gurus and 20-year-old gurus who do not necessarily have the experience to gain the wisdom that they need to be directing others spiritually, okay? Or also the discernment, right? To understand spiritual teachings. So I know I've been studying spirituality for a very long time, close to 20 years, different areas of spirituality, maybe even more. And I just still feel there is so much to learn. I still, to this day, feel like I'm learning, and my beliefs change all the time the more that I learn. And it's just that process, just like when we're growing, when we're young, we look at the world and as a completely different way. Our beliefs are different than they are when we're older. We have a better understanding gained through experience, from living that experience, just from time. And with time comes wisdom, right? So that's what I'm seeing for you. So let's get another card here. Star ancestors, hidden secrets. Look, mysterious hidden secrets. And you can see the keyhole here. All right. Lost wisdom. Look a little bit deeper. Spirit is saying, I know you're looking. I know you're searching. Okay. But this wisdom is not something that can just be revealed to you out in the open. This is a wisdom that you will have to find within yourself. Inside of yourself is the key, is the hidden mystery that deserves and will be unraveling before you. And that mystery is you. Okay. So again, to gain clues to this transformation that you're going through, look to your dreams. Fire signs, you might also be discovering hidden secrets and knowledge about your family history this month in March. So information coming out. It could even be dark information or just information that was not known to you before, coming out about your family history, your ancestors, what they went through, the way that they lived, that type of energy. Okay, so family secrets coming out. All right, so let's go ahead and get your unicorn card here. We have Sanctuary. Look how beautiful this card is for you, fire signs. Take time out from the world. We have very dreamy energy here. So now is a month for you, fire signs, to take some time out and contemplate yourself, the dark matter within you. What is not known? What is misunderstood? What is the mysteries within you that is waiting to be revealed? Spend more time alone this month. Meditate or go on a retreat if you're feeling very overwhelmed, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into Aries here. Hi, Aries. Welcome to your March Taroscope. Let's go ahead and take a look at your overall energy here. And then we're going to see your mind, body, spirit, okay? For the month of March. So your overall energy for Aries. Remember, this can be your sun, moon, or rising, okay? Aries, we got the King of Earth. So I feel like the month of March for you is really going to bless you financially. You are going to feel very abundant. This is opportunities really just falling, and it seems like they were just falling in your lap, right? But I think with the King of Earth coming out here, it's because you are a hard worker. It is because you have been very devoted, okay? And you have been sticking to your goals. You have been dependable. So Aries, if you've been struggling financially, this is going to clear up for you. I'm seeing job promotion. Okay. I'm seeing maybe a bonus at work. Okay. But definitely focused on money here. And more money. More money for you, Aries, which I know you love to hear. So let's take a look at any triggers that could kind of impede that. What do you need to be aware of that might block this? Okay, Aries, so what could block this King of Earth energy? We got addicted. Release your addictions to this person. All right, so I think, Aries, this month you are going to be looking at your relationships around you. And I think that you might have some codependent relationships here. So, in regards to love, there definitely could be someone that you've been holding on to, even though you know that they're not good for you in the relationship, right? That they have been holding you back from opportunities in some sort of way. All right, so I think this month there's going to be attention being paid to your relationships. And in what way have some of them been holding you back from accomplishing your goals? All right, so let's take a look at your mentality, Aries, for the month of March. We got the Hanged Woman here. All right. Let's take a look at your health, your body. Six of Cups. And where are you at spiritually for the month of March, Aries? Let's take a look here. Temptation in reverse. I like that, Aries. Very nice. I am proud of you, Aries, for this card coming out. You are focused on spirituality, okay? You are focused on growth. You are focused on abundance for yourself spiritually, physically, materially, in all areas, and you're ready to go after it, all right? You are not allowing yourself to be spiritually tempted by anything, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. So I love that. You know, it reminds me of the story of, Jesus in the desert, and the devil keeps trying to tempt Jesus while he's in the desert, but Jesus does not take the bait, right? And that's what it reminds me of. Like, you are in the desert right now spiritually in some way, and you feel like you're being spiritually tempted and you're not taking the bait. That's beautiful. I love it. This could be addictions. Maybe you have been recovering from a certain addiction or bad habit even. This could even be like over exercising, overeating, watching too much TV, smoking cigarettes, smoking too much weed, something like that, right? It doesn't have to be like some horrible, like life-ending addiction, even though, bad habits are pretty bad. They can snowball and become life-threatening. All right, but you're not giving into it this time, Aries. You are kicking the bad habits. You're not letting them get the best of you. All right, not at all. So I love that. So temptation is no match for you in the month of March. Nope. I love that. My DM is an Aries, so I love to see this. For you physically, we have the Six of Cups. Be careful, Aries. All right, because there is a possibility here for, like, I would say a childhood illness. Possibility, this isn't for sure, returning, so just be aware. And I feel like it's a mild one. And it's not a big deal. Or this is some sort of ailment, illness that maybe you thought you had healed from, kind of returning, showing its ugly head again. And Spirit is saying it's because it's there in the subconscious. There's something going on in your subconscious that this illness or this ailment, I feel like it's more so like an injury, just something simple like a back pain. Okay, let's see, Six of Cups. This could be around the thighs, the lower abdomen, tailbone even, around that area. Okay. So, yeah, this is coming from the subconscious. There could even be some sexual issues arising for you, Aries, in the month of March. I hate to say it, but this is from your unconscious. It's bubbling up below the surface. There's something that needs healed. And I feel like you're going to look at these ailments like, oh my gosh, it just came out of nowhere. It didn't come out of nowhere. Okay. It's come from repressed thoughts that you've been having. All right. And this is one of the reasons why we need dark workers in the world, right? We talked about that in the element reading. Because everything isn't all love and light. And when we try to pretend that it is and we stuff down all those other emotions instead of working with them and healing them, we literally can create illnesses in ourselves. And, that's why sometimes it can be very toxic for your health. All this love and light stuff and like repressing everything else. I'm not saying everyone does that, but some do, right? Okay. So let's take a look at the trigger here. All right. What can you do? First of all, you have to get a lot of rest, Aries, this month. Okay. It's important for you to get extra rest. If you feel something isn't right, get it checked out. Okay. Breadcrumbs, Aries. Don't settle for bits and pieces. Don't settle for anything less than what you know you deserve, because this month you have opportunity after opportunity and expansion and growth. So for this month, don't accept anything that, okay, let's say there's a job you're going after, Aries. Let's say you want to work at a greenhouse, okay? Let's say you really, really want to plant the seeds at the greenhouse. You really want to work with the plants and work in the dirt, okay? But the greenhouse calls you and they have an opportunity to where you can be a cashier. You can sell seeds to other people. You never get to touch the seeds or the dirt. It's just simply a plastic package while you're handing it over to the customer. Don't settle for that, because it's not what you want. And that opportunity you really want is going to be handed to you. It's going to be put right in your hands this month, okay? Don't settle for less. Let's get a trigger card for the health here. We got player energy here. You're not the only one. Ask them. Okay. This is about the relationships in your life, Aries. The codependent relationships. Okay. The on and off ones. The ones you know that are bad for you, but yet you keep going back and forth. If you are having symptoms around like your thighs, okay, like around your root chakra, sacral chakra, this is due to traumas and pain that you have in regards to sexuality, in regards to your sexual relationships. And that's something that does need healed. So Aries, for this month, it's important for you to spend time alone to heal this energy, okay? Aries, you might find out some information you don't really want to know this month, all right? If you've been in a relationship with someone and the relationship is toxic, you know it's a toxic one, I feel you might be getting some information this month about a third party, all right? So keep your cool, keep your head about you. Remember that this is spirit clearing out this old energy, this toxic energy, to bring in true love. And spirit wants to remind you that the relationship you're dealing with now, this is not going to resonate for all Aries, all right? Just the ones dealing with the toxic karmic relationships, all right? Know that you don't have to settle for less in your relationships. You've been accepting breadcrumbs from the person you've been with. There is a third party. You're going to find out some information in regards to this month. But remember, this is Spirit clearing out what no longer serves your best interest so that you can actually experience true love. And it will be yours. And as a matter of fact, this could happen very, very quickly for you in March. Like this relationship ending and then actually like meeting your true love this month in March. So very quick energy in regards to love for you, Aries. All right, let's go ahead and get a card for love for Aries for the month of March. We got children here. Okay, your love life is being affected by children. 6 of Cups is children as well. All right, so maybe for some of you, Aries, you are in this relationship that feels toxic because you have children with the person. Okay, so I really feel like this is working things out within yourself. Your perception, your ideas surrounding this. Like, is it really healthier to stay in a toxic relationship because you have children and subjecting your children to that toxicity that they will then carry with them throughout their life? Or is it actually less toxic to release the person and yes, allow your children to go through a pain of separation, but also allow them to experience a childhood that is not riddled with toxicity, absolute toxicity in regards to relationships, and teaching them a very toxic view of the opposite sex. So this is really looking at those situations, thinking about those situations, comparing what's right for you. And you know, what's right for one person might not be right for the next. It might be right for one person to leave when it's not right for another person, right? It might be right for one person to stay instead when that actually would not be right for another person in your situation. It all depends. In Aries this month, you're figuring that out. You're looking deep into that, okay? And again, fire signs energy, you will be finding clues and direction through your dreams, so pay attention. But regardless, either way, know that this is literally shifting you into an energy of true love. You will have true love because of the endings you're experiencing right now. All right. So I'm going to get you a comforting message that you might end up needing sometime during the month of March. I forgot to grab it in the beginning, so let's get it now. Aw, Aries, you got this cute little deer. There's no rule, Aries, that says you have to have everything figured out now, okay? Every step forward is progress. Nobody says you have to figure all of this out right now. No one. This is a lot to think about. It's a lot to take on. There's a lot on your plate this month, Aries. So realize that every step you take is progress, and nobody says you have to have it all figured out right away. Take your time. Remember to rest. Remember to relax. Remember to allow yourself to have fun. Okay? So Aries, that's your reading. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated with you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Leo. Welcome to your March Taroscope. Let's go ahead and jump right in with an encouraging and comforting message for you that you might need to hear sometime during the month of March. Okay, Leo, remember that this month in March, you are a work in progress, and that's okay. All right. It's okay to be a work in progress. Nobody is perfect. And remember, you don't have to have everything figured out all at once. The air signs are taking on a lot of energy in March. Okay. The air signs are transmuting like shadow energy, dark energy. And so all the fire signs. Why am I saying air? Because you guys had the air element, remember? This is why it's so intense for you, because air and fire, I don't know if you've ever had a bonfire on a windy day, but that can get intense, okay? Embers flying everywhere, all right? You got to make sure it's just not a good idea, right? It's not a good idea to have a bonfire on a windy day. So anyways, that's why it's feeling so intense. And you know, the fire signs are going through it. The fire signs are the dark workers this month of the zodiac, transmuting dark energy, holding that heavy burden for the collective. Okay, so it's a heavy job, but somebody's got to do it. And the fire signs never, ever back down from a challenge, especially a Leo. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull your overall energy. Just giving them a shuffle here. Spirit, show me the overall energy for Leo for the month of March. Wow, Leo, we got the 10 of Cups for you. I love that. Let's go ahead and see where you're at mentally. Wow, we got the Empress. All right, how are you doing physically? How is your health for March, Leo? 6 of Wands, okay. All right, Leo, how are you feeling spiritually for March? Okay, the Magician in reverse. Wow. I just have to say wow. So, Leo, let's be honest here, okay? You're in a relationship. The 10 of Cups is about relationship, emotions, love, okay? But I feel like there's some issues here, all right? I feel like you two are so different. We got the Empress and the Magician here. Two completely different backgrounds, completely different beliefs. And I feel like your connection with this person, while you are so different, seems very demanding. There is a very demanding and constructive energy here between you, to where you feel that you are a work in progress in regards to relationships, okay? All right, so 10 of Cups, all right? Again, it's all about relationships, feeling happy, but knowing that behind the scenes, there's a lot of differences that does need to be reconciled. And you're dealing with a very demanding person here, I feel. And I feel this person has a very big ego, but I feel they're very attractive is what I'm getting here, of course, right? So in your mind, we have the Empress. This is a perfect time for you to mentally manifest things, Leo. Use your mind. Whatever you put your mind to will be yours this month, okay? A lot of abundance, a lot of creativity, all right? No more creator's block. If you've been having creative block, you won't be having it anymore, because the Empress brings with it just so much inspiration. All right, let's go ahead and get a trigger card for the overall energy. And I'm probably going to have to get a drink of water. Just have to adjust here. All right. So let's see if there's anything that might block you from your happiness this month with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so your emotions are a little overwhelming this month, Leo. I think that you're feeling very down on yourself in regards to relationship this month. And Spirit is like, just know that your emotions are very heightened right now and that you are a work in progress, and it's okay not to be perfect, and it's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to beat yourself up over it ever, okay? In regards to health, we got the Six of Wands. I feel like if you have, let me just get a drink of water. I'm sorry. Okay. If you have been struggling in your health, if you have had something going on, but you're not quite sure what it is, maybe you just feel kind of weird and can't place your finger on it. This is an energy of recognition. Okay. So realizing what's going on, like maybe you realize, hey, I just drank like a huge bottle of water and I don't have these migraines anymore. Maybe I've been dehydrated, right? Or, hey, I just ate like a huge salad for dinner instead of pizza. And honestly, I don't feel bloated anymore. Something like that, right? You're going to recognize what the cause is if you've been struggling with one, and you're going to recognize also what the cure is, okay? So I feel like this is moving into the light. This is stepping into healthier times, happier times in regards to your own health, okay? Spiritually, though, because you are so emotional this month, I do feel like you're going to be a little bit spiritually blocked. Okay, you're like, why are my manifestations not able to take hold? And they actually are. I think that your emotions this month is your blockage. That is your blockage in regards to manifesting whatever it is you want to manifest spiritually. So your only blockage is your heavy emotions. And I think that you need to remember this month that you're doing good, you're doing okay, you're a work in progress. And guess what? We all are on this earth. If you're not a work in progress, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, right? If you're not learning, growing, progressing, you would have no reason to be on this earth, okay? Because that's what the earth is about. You're also recognizing some things about your relationship that you don't necessarily feel good about, okay? A lot of differences that you're trying to reconcile with your other person, and I think it's very emotional. So let's go ahead and get some trigger cards. Okay, Leo, so stay positive. This is like your superpower this month. If you are able to speak to yourself very positively, give yourself positive affirmations, you're going to get through this okay. You're going to get through this no problem at all. But you have to remember to speak positively to yourself, okay? Don't let those negative thoughts eat away at you. All right, Leo, we got abusive, and you need to heal from abuse as well. So I think that this could be a situation where maybe you've been in a relationship that's been abusive and you haven't realized it, and that's why it feels like such hard work. It's actually abusive, and you're coming to that realization. Sometimes someone can be like mentally or emotionally like abusive to us, And it's like we don't even realize it or recognize it till we start like thinking about it, putting two and two together, right? So I also feel like you're healing from abuse. I feel like this is people who put you down in the past, made you feel like you're not good enough. All right. It's time to heal that energy. It's become a blockage for you spiritually. And Spirit wants you to know it's okay to be you. It's okay to be a work in progress. It's okay to not be what everyone else wants you to be. All right. You need to heal from the abuse of other people not being able to accept that. That's not your problem, nor is it your fault. It's a personal issue that other people have. Right? Okay, so let's get you a unicorn card. You know what, Leo, what I'm feeling here for some of you is that you have been in some abusive relationships, and it's like you kind of picked up the energy of your abuser. You started speaking to yourself the way your abuser would speak to you. And that's not okay. That has become a mental blockage, and it's also become a spiritual blockage. So it's time to heal that. It's time to stop doing that, okay? First step, stop doing it. Realize that's not your voice speaking to you. That's theirs. Okay, that's theirs. It's not yours. And you got to take back control of your own mind, your own spirit. When you are allowing your abusers, your ex-abuse, whatever this is, voice to speak to you through your own mind, you have allowed them to totally control you in the mind space. You have to take that back. You have to take back your own power and realize that they have no power over you anymore. Okay? So for those of you dealing with that, that's something to remember. All right, we got beloved here. Prepare for your life partner, Leo. What you've been going through, okay? I'm not so sure if this has been your life partner. I'm not so sure if this is your soulmate, but you know what? I do feel that this relationship was meant for you to recognize what you need to heal in order for you to prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. All right. So it's time to believe. And even if you are in a relationship and you're in a happy relationship, like I'm seeing here, but like your emotions, the pain, the trauma that you've been through in past relationships are affecting your ability to be happy here. And I think you question if you're able to make your person happy. And Spirit's like, of course you are. You're beloved by them. So know that you are lovable and stop with the negative self-talk, okay? So let's get you a card for love. Getting to know each other, Leo. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond will deepen. All right. So this is definitely about getting rid of like superficial energy and really getting to know someone on a soul level. All right. And I think that right now you're really meant to get to know yourself on a soul level. You're getting to know your innermost self and deepening your bond to yourself so that you can take your power back and be more positive towards yourself because you deserve it, okay? All right, so that's your reading, Leo. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know how it resonated with you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your Taroscope for March 2022. let's jump right into the cards with an encouraging and comforting message that you might need to hear sometime during the month of March. For Sagittarius. Okay, Saggy, you're worth taking care of. You're totally worth it. Okay, so this is like the energy of saying, you know what, I really, really want to go and get my hair done, for instance. But, you know, I'm not worth it. Maybe I'm not worth the money being spent. Maybe I'm not worth the time. Okay, and Spirit's saying, stop it, Saggy. You are absolutely worth it, okay? You might be feeling guilty this month because you need to ask someone for help with something, okay? Don't feel guilty. You are worth it. The people in your life love you, and they totally love to help you, okay? So remember, you're worth taking care of this month in March. Do not feel guilty for anything, for any help that you ask for, or for anything that you want to do for yourself. Okay. And you know, I feel like, Saggy, you've been going through such a hard time. I think, like, the energy I feel for you is you've been through the thick of it. You've been through like the worst of it, I feel, Saggy. And so, you know what? You're worth it. You are worth it. I feel like you need to hear that. All right, let's get your overall energy for the month of March. Six of Wands, overall energy. Okay, Saggy, what has been going on with you to where you feel like you have been totally broken down recently? What is going on? You feel like you're building yourself back up, okay? You're starting to build your ego. I think your ego has been totally crushed. I think that you have been put down, okay? I think that you have been feeling lost, and you have been feeling like you're not worth anyone's time, but that's not true. So this month, you're recognizing that you are. This month, people are showing you that they love you, that they see you, that they recognize you, that they hold you in very high esteem, that they think the world of you, that you are worth every second of their time. You are worth every moment that they've known you. This month, Saggy, I think people want you to know how special you really are to them. And when they tell you this, Saggy, believe them. Believe them, because they're telling the truth. So let's get another card here. A trigger card to see what could be blocking you from recognizing and seeing your own worth this month, because I feel like that's what it is for you. That's what it is, Saggy. I just need a drink of water. So you have dealt with narcissists. You have dealt with people who are not empathetic, who made you feel very bad, very guilty for taking up their time, for speaking to them, for existing. Listen, Saggy, screw those people, okay? Because you are totally worth being around, taken care of, okay? Oh, look at this cute little cat. And then we look at it. It looks like it needs a hug. Okay, like you just want to pet it and hug it, you know, and comb it. Oh, Saggy. Someone didn't see your worth. Someone did not see your worth, and someone purposely tried to break you down. They wanted to break down your ego. They wanted to break down your worth. They made you feel like crap about yourself. And now you question your own worth. And Spirit is saying, you know what, Saggy? Cut the cords to past and present narcs in your life. Okay? You have to cut those cords. You can do a cord cutting ritual where you envision the cords and envision, you can even take a real pair of scissors and cut. Okay? But this is letting go of the hurt, the pain, to what they've done to you, to your emotions, to your ego. Ego can be a healthy thing. It is our personality. It is who we are in this life. And yours has been broken by someone who didn't have your best interest at heart. And Spirit wants you to know right here, right now, you are worth taking care of. And Saggy, I'm sending you virtual hugs right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at how you're doing mentally, Sagittarius. Five of Cups. Oh, Saggy. Look, you are so sad this month. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, but you don't deserve this. Let's take a look at your health, okay, physically. Three of Cups. So that's good. Good health. All right. Let's take a look at how you feel spiritually. Okay, Queen of Earth in reverse. All right, Saggy. You've been struggling with your self-worth. It's not fair, okay? It's not fair. It's not right. It's been affecting your spirituality. It really has. It's been affecting the way you feel about yourself, the way you see yourself, your manifestations. It's been affecting your self-worth, your opportunities. It's literally affected everything. You have let these narcissistic people take so much from you. You have let them break you down so far. Mentally, you're sad. You're filled with regret, remorse. I think that you feel like you've done something wrong. And I can tell you that if you're dealing with narcissists, you haven't done anything wrong. This could be an entire group of friends that are narcissists that you've been dealing with, Saggy, and you deserve so much better. So if this is a breakup, if this is a breakup from a group of friends, this is because you deserve better friends, okay? You deserve true friends. So I'm going to get you a trigger card for the mentality here, Five of Cups. All right, so this is a little bit of sadness, maybe even depression. All right, Saggy. You don't feel like, it's like you don't feel like you're worth existing. And I can tell you that you are, okay? You are. And look, Spirit says so. You are worth it. You are worth knowing. You are worth speaking to. You are worth listening to and hearing what you have to say. You are worth the time it takes to be with you, to spend with you. You are worth any amount of money that anyone has ever gifted you or spent on you. All of these things you are worth. Do not ever let anyone else say any different. Saggy, know that you have the free will to pull yourself up out of this sadness, this depression, okay? You can snap out of this, all right? And I know it's easier said than done. And trust me, I do struggle with depression as well, okay? Sometimes, and I'm saying this as someone who has been through the experience, sometimes you just have to fake it till you make it, right? Which means you don't feel like getting up out of bed. You have to do it anyway, okay? You have to go through your daily motions exactly as if you were not sad, you were not depressed, and try to pull yourself up out of that energy. And I know that sometimes helps for me, and I'm telling you this piece of advice as a Saggy rising, as just a vulnerable part of me speaking to a vulnerable part of you, right? But know that you have the ability to choose to be happy. You get to make all of your decisions. So make them from love for yourself, not for anyone else. I think you've been making a lot of decisions for other people, for love of other people and not love for yourself. You haven't been putting yourself first for quite some time, and Spirit wants you to choose you. Choose happiness, and it's time to put yourself first. Make your decisions from love for yourself, okay? Not for others. That's very important for you right now, Saggy. 3 of Cups here. Okay, Sagittarius, you might have also been dealing with gossip this month. And you know what? Spirit's like, you don't have to deal with any of it. You don't have to keep narcissistic people in your life. All right. While you are feeling like you're not the one worth the time, they're not the ones worth your time. It's reverse. It's the other way around. Look at it from a new lens. Okay. Health-wise, you're feeling good. You're feeling great. Health is returning to you. You're getting like this glow about you by the end of the month. Okay. So let's get another card. Yeah, so you know what's really, oh, sorry about the lag. You know what's really going to help your health? Just remembering who you are at your core, okay? Not who the narcissists tell you are, how they make you feel, but remembering who you are from a place of love. Remembering where you come from and that you come from a good place and that you're a good person in your heart. So keep that with you, okay? All right, spiritually, you're feeling blocked. You're feeling like you just are not getting any opportunities for growth, for expansion. You're not feeling at home. You're not feeling at home in yourself. You're questioning your self-worth. All right, all of this has to be addressed and looked at, even if it means cutting people out of your life. All right, so let's get another trigger card. All right, passion. So Spirit is saying, you know what? What are you passionate about? Search your heart, search your soul. What do you feel passion for? This is your purpose right now. So when you feel that spark inside of you, that's what you're meant to follow. That is your purpose. And Spirit wants you to get back to that place, okay? You have lost passion in this situation, and it's time to get it back. All right. So let's get you a unicorn card, Saggy. Hope. Don't lose hope, Saggy. Don't lose hope. All right. You always have the future. You always have free will. Remember who you are, where you came from. You deserve better than this. Stay positive, okay? So try to keep your thoughts positive. You're trying to pull yourself up out of this dark energy. You have to keep your thoughts positive. The worst is behind you, Saggy. Know this. Feel this. Know that it's a brand new day. You can breathe. You can move forward. Look up to the light. Don't continue to look at the darkness. Don't continue to look at the pain, but look at the light. Look at purpose. Look at your passion. That's what you're meant to follow. That's where you're meant to focus. And choose happiness. Choose love. Choose yourself this time. All right? So in regards to love, Saggy, let's get you a card. Saggy, in regards to love, it's time to have a heart-to-heart conversation. It's time to have an honest discussion about how you really feel here. All right? And I feel this person doesn't listen to you. You have definitely been invalidated by this person. It's time that your emotions and your heart be known. All right? So Saggy, that is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down below. I love you, Saggy. I hope that you feel better. All right, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.